My name's Webb and I'm the Senior Vice President of HACSU, and I've had an association with HACSU since about 1976. My role really, I suppose, is to support Judy, who's the President, and that's my main role, plus I look after the holiday homes. Union's got 3 holiday homes, one at Southport, one at Sandy Bay, one at St Helens. We're gradually doing them all up after all these years, but they're really a facility for people that are on low incomes to have a decent holiday. I worked at the Royal Hobart Hospital as a driver. The role I did there was really servicing all the outlying posts of the hospital and pick up supplies, drugs. I used to handle all the mortuary items for the forensic department, and I was a delegate there for many years, and I think I really developed I worked for the union more than I did for the hospital in the end. I suppose some of the highlights really would be to some of the industrial action we took. Yeah, it would be over some wage condition, but the hospital were pretty fierce in those days. So we're pretty fierce too, really. And I can remember we did a blockade at one of the Royal Hobart Hospital entrances, and myself and a truck became united because we stopped a truck coming in, and he actually threatened to run over me. So he got as far as my chest, and I did shut my eyes. I thought I was a goner, but that was one episode. And I suppose the other episode I'm proud of in one way was I was the second person ever to be locked out of a hospital. I received a lockout notice. Myself and Greg Shelfton were the first people in Tasmania to be locked out. Greg was first, I think I was second. We were told to leave, and I actually then went back outside onto a protest group, and I said, oh well, I'm here as a patient now. So I still was sitting outside at midnight, I think. We protested for 24 hours. It ended up at the Industrial Commission, and the Industrial Commission ordered that it was virtually illegal and they had to rescind it. So then they had to find everyone they'd locked out and tell them to come back to work. I know where it probably comes from. I was only doing some research into my family history, and one of my relatives was head of the Dairymen's Union in, I think it was Wellington. So it's probably in the blood there somewhere, but just the inequality I hate. You know, I hate bloody people standing over people. And you look at some of the politicians of today, and they're corrupt really. They have a ministry, they get on some committee, then you see them retire, then you see them take up a job. And they've bought shares. If you look at some of the history, their family have all got shares. Yeah, the politicians might have to declare an interest, but their families don't. So just to see that really annoys me. I'd just like to see HACSU continue on as it is really. It's a great union, and certainly support working people. And it doesn't matter which race, creed or position they hold, HACSU's there to back them up if they get into trouble. And I'd just like to see better working conditions and fairness to people. I operate a ham radio station, so that's probably my passion. Yes, I did fight for a number of years, and I took a part-time job at the Royal. I only remained part-time for a couple of years really for the movement. So when I left work at 1 o'clock, I think I'd knock off. I'd go and do stuff for the National Citizens Radio Association. You could buy them, you could listen to it, but you touch that microphone and you are a goner. And they were quite savage in those days. The head radio inspector went on holidays, and I think you were called a pirate. There's about 8 of us in Tasmania. When he came back, there's about 2,000 people on the radio, so it got that. It was massive, they couldn't really stop it.